Hey, what is up, mortals? It is KeybladeAli here, and before we get into today's video, there's something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go to the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, if you didn't know, only 25% of you guys are subscribed to us, so please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. In the world of My Hero Academia, there's a myriad of exceptional heroes and dastardly villains that we all enjoy to watch as their stories unfold. But today, we will be giving the spotlight to a character who was introduced during the UA Sports Festival. She's smart as a whip and always in your face. Today, we will be looking at the expert inventor of UA's Department of Support, Class of 1H, Mei Hatsume. Mei Hatsume is a rather petite woman standing at 5'2" with a relatively mature build, shoulder-length pink salmon hair done in dreadlocks. Though the defining feature of this exceptional young woman, aside from her intellect, is her eyes. They're wide and slope upward, with yellow irises and crosses at the center, which gives them the appearance of scope lenses. Mei was born on April 18th in the Kyoto Prefecture, with her quirk being Zoom. This quirk allows Mei to zoom her vision on anything in her line of sight, which at its peak performance allows Mei to see objects up to 5 kilometers away. Mei's first appearance was in Chapter 25 of the manga and Episode 15 of the anime. Right near the beginning of the UA Sports Festival arc, she competed in several festival events, such as the obstacle course, where she used her wire arrow and hover souls to complete the race, where she placed 41st, which qualified her to compete in the next event, which was the cavalry battle. While everyone was picking their teams for the cavalry battle, Izuku Midoriya catches Mei's eye. After an elevator pitch from Mei and taking a look at few of her inventions, Izuku brings her onto the team, which was a significant win for Mei because everyone's eyes were on Izuku after he won the obstacle course. Now, she could use that attention to promote her inventions while on his team. This entrepreneurial thought process continued into her match with Tenya Ida. Before the match, Mei gave him some of her gadgets to keep the fight even between the two of them, but Mei had other plans for their little head-to-head, so she spent the whole 10-minute match demonstrating her inventions to the audience. As soon as she was done, she proceeded to step out of bounds, letting Ida win and essentially turning her match into an episode of Shark Tank. She didn't receive as much attention in the Versus Hero Killer arc, but she did receive a mention during the final exam arc, as All Might mentioned that the high-density weights being used by the pro heroes for these particular sets of exams were designed by Mei, and they had won a competition. She did not appear again until the Provisional Hero License exam arc, where Izuku, Ida, and Ochako came to the UA development studio to upgrade Izuku's costume. After an explosive reintroduction and learning of Izuku's desire for an upgrade, she eventually has Izuku try on her power suit, which hurt him a little bit. Still, she powered the suit down before any severe damage could be done. A similar instance happened to Ida as he ended up testing out another one of Mei's inventions, an arm brace with rocket motors, which then promptly sent Ida straight to the ceiling. After which Ida complains since his quirk is located in his feet, but Mei reasons that he could use the gadget to run with his hands so that his legs could have a break, and this anime brain blast somehow leads Izuku to develop his one-for-all full cowl shoot style. Finally, Mei tried to improve Ochako's costume, much to her chagrin, and Izuku ended up taking an arm brace and boots to help reduce the strain his quirk took on his arms and legs. Sometime later, Ejiro Kirishima and Denki Kaminari come into the UA development studio looking for their own upgrades. Mei and Power Loader crafted a set of sharpshooting gear for Denki to help him control his electrical blast direction. Mei's most recent appearance would be in the UA School Festival arc, where she was determined to show off her baby number 202, a large combat suit, to the various companies attending the festival. She spent all of her waking hours on this suit, and it got to the point where she would forget to bathe and sleep. One day, while working on her power suit, Mei is visited by Izuku, Mirio, and Eri, and Mei reminds Izuku that if he needs anything made, let her know, and she'll get it made for him. Before leaving the studio, Izuku requested gloves that can help compensate for his hand strength. A few days later, Mei finds All Might and Izuku after her invention malfunctions. After All Might handed her the malfunctioning device, Mei lets Izuku know that his request was similar to one of her own inventions. She customizes it to specifications. After a quick thanks from Izuku, Mei heads out with her invention. Sometime later, Mei finds Izuku training and gifts him with these new gloves and their instruction manual before speeding off just as quickly as she appeared. Mei ended her appearance in this arc by attending the festival after a quick cleanup so that she could show off her baby 202 to several company representatives, only falling asleep after the festival's conclusion. In terms of outfits, she has two that we typically see her in: her UA gym uniform with her unique additions such as her trademark red and gold steampunk goggles, a utility belt, belt, and immense speed-assisting boots, and a possible jetpack strapped to her back. Her other outfit is far more casual, consisting of a plain black tank top, workshop's overall tied around her waist, and the same goggles she wears with her UA gym uniform. Mei's personality could be best described as outgoing and eccentric. This often resulted in the people she came into contact with becoming uncomfortable, as Mei tended to forget about things like people's personal space and unable to read social cues or other people's body language. On top of that, she seems to be easily distracted and forgetful. On top of that, she's got quite the business acumen and a silver tongue to boot. Quite the combination, especially when it came to promoting her inventions. These personality traits, along with her previously mentioned intelligence and her ingenuity, have created several inventions as a member of the Department of Support. However, she prefers to call them her super cute babies. These include her trademark steampunk goggles, but it's unclear what purpose they serve outside of what goggles are generally used for, and style points towards Mei for having an interest in the steampunk aesthetic. Hydraulic bracers! This invention takes the shape of a metal backpack. It allows the user to avoid an opponent's incoming attack by pushing the user out of the way using a telescopic metal pole. Capture gun! This invention's purpose is in the name. It allows the user to capture their foe in a net. This weapon can fire 5 different nets before being reloaded. Electromagnetic Soles! This invention takes the form of 2 large metal boots that allow the user to take instant evasive action. This was also one of the inventions that Mei used during her match against Tenya Ida. Wire arrow! This invention is a combo wire arrow and grappling hook which allows the user to reach a location or target by latching onto the target and pulling the user towards the target by retracting the wire. Hover soles! This invention is similar to the electromagnetic soles. They both take the form of large metal boots, but the hover soles allow the user to hover off the ground and allow the user to a cushioned fall. This invention was used by both Mei and Ochako during the UA Sports Festival arc. Auto balancers! This invention is made up of leg braces and a backpack that keeps the user from falling down unless it's intentional. This invention was used by Tenya Ida during his battle with Mei Hatsume. Jetpack! This invention's purpose speaks for itself. It allows the user to fly, though it would be more accurate to say that it allows short-range flight. The jetpack's design was based on the jetpack that is used by pro hero Airjet. High-density weights! This invention is the complete opposite of her other inventions. Rather than add to the user, these weights actually take away from the user in terms of the user's stamina and speed. On top of that, each weight that the user wears adds a quarter of the user's weight. So for example, if the user wore one of the weights that was 200 pounds, the weight would add 50 pounds to the user. As previously mentioned, these weights were used during the final exam arc so that the pro heroes testing class 1A could fight them on equal footing. Power suit! This invention was made to help sense muscle movement along with aiding in movement. This invention is notable as it's Mei's 49th invention, along with being a possible reference to the prototype suit Justin Hammer developed to compete with Tony Stark in Iron Man 2. Electric booster! This invention is a speed booster that conducted minimal heat and is notable for being Mei's 36th invention. And finally, my adorable baby! This invention is similar to the power suit due to both being suits of armor, though my adorable baby, or M.A.B for the sake of brevity, came with iron soles, but also came with the unexpected additional explosive quality and is notable for being Mei's 202nd invention. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials have got you covered. Our We the Celestials My Hero Academia and Naruto What Ifs retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.